wanted to introduce you to Sadie Such. Go ahead and give her a hand. Well, it must have been 5, 6 years ago or something like that when Sadie first mentioned this vision she had for creating a documentary where she asked big questions about relationships and marriage and those sorts of things. And how long did you work on it?
Yeah, like 5, 6 years.
5 or 6 years. And she, like almost nobody else in society, actually stuck with a plan for like 5 years and created this documentary. We're going to show a trailer in a minute, but can you tell us a little bit about your journey to make the documentary?
Yeah, I guess now it's been like 7 years, but we actually completed editing it like a year and a half ago. So originally I had this idea like in 2009. I wrote it on my like crazy idea list, like a marriage film. And I was like, I don't know what this is. So I put it on the side. And then 2015, we started filming. And it really started from like, you asked what the journey was?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, it started from a question of like, I grew up in the church. I saw friends start getting married when I was 17. And then I started seeing a lot of people really unhappy, a lot of people getting divorced. And I was like, okay, well, this is like what I'm supposed to go to. I'm like, it doesn't seem that exciting. Everybody seems a little bit sad about it. And so I was like, okay, what's the deal with this? So a friend of mine, she's also a filmmaker. We just started asking questions. We're like, what's the deal with it? Like if people talk about it real, then we can kind of learn. Because most of the story would be like, you need Jesus. And I'm like, okay, like practically, what does that mean? Like, so we started interviewing people about marriage as single people. I'm not married, so I'm still single. But then as we did that, the journey, again, at the beginning, I was like, God, I don't know what this is going to be, one step at a time. And it was very like external. And so through the process of hearing everyone's story, it really made me look internal at my own belief systems and my own like view of God and myself. And so it kind of led from marriage to understanding like trauma and shame and the lies that we believe about ourselves and really connecting to our story. Because I think if we don't really understand our story and understand the pain that we have and the walls that we have up, we're going to really live like disconnected from people. So whether you're single or married, it's so important. And so, there's so much stuff I could talk about.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go.
Let me ask you this. If you were going to forget everything, every conversation you had along the way, every part of it, of the documentary, but you could only remember one thing, one conversation, what would that be?
I don't know if I can narrow it down to a conversation, but I would say the truth of the matter of the more honest you can be with yourself and not try to run away from your pain and not try to run away from the things that have happened, then you get to heal, you get to show up better. And then you can the more you can be with yourself in your pain and heal, the better you can be with other people. So then when you're in a relationship and you get triggered, you can respond instead of react. And then instead of pushing people away, you get to like draw each other into like real intimacy. And so in the film, we also talk about like, what is intimacy? We talk about pornography that distorts intimacy. And so the more we can heal, the more like closer we can come to each other and be seen and known. Because I think everybody's longing to really be seen and known. And we're all like hiding behind these walls, like terrified of each other, terrified of being seen. Because what if we're not enough? But when we can like come around those walls, then we actually get to feel known and loved. So.
That's cool. Well, I admire your courage in doing it. I admire your skill in making it. You guys like are really good at that stuff, you know? It wasn't just like filmed on an iPhone. You asked some really good questions. How can people access it?
So you can follow us on Instagram at The Resolute Road. It's the production company. The film is called Where We Belong. And we actually split it up into 6 episodes, so now it's a little bit more digestible. And we're currently working on distribution. So if you go to the website, you can sign up to be notified when it's streaming.
All right.
And
Yeah. So there are some cards in the back in the foyer there that you can take, and then you can follow it. And this is someone who's a part of our community who's made this really good documentary. Let's support it, and then let's go ahead and watch a trailer of it now while the next panel comes up. Thanks so much, Sadie.
Thanks, guys.